Hey everyone, Dollistic here, and we are back with another Rainbow High unboxing. So today we are doing my next Creative Crystal dolls, and it is going to be Bella. Now, y'all know I am a Bella stan. I love Bella. She is so cute. But her last doll definitely left something to be desired. I didn't get a great one, but I sort of did go out this morning with the intent to buy her, and she was literally the only one on the shelf, and I had a coupon, so I was like, well, I have to get her now, or it's not happening. So we do have Bella today, and before we really get into it, I do not make videos for children. This is not a video for children. I make videos for adults. Thank you so much, YouTube. But yes, so let's get into her box. So you see she's got the Creative Crystals box, which is this nice big window design, Creative Crystals at the top, her name in the corner, and then this gorge artwork of her here at the bottom, and the gimmicky stuff. It has her name on the side with a pink background, very cute. And then on the back, unfortunately, we do not have full body artwork of this Bella, which I do hate. But we do sort of get to see the optimal look for her, although this doll is not the same as this one. Like, that's actually so crazy. Her prototype is so beautiful, and then this one is just anyway, she will get zhuzhed up and she'll look better. But right now, looking rough. And then more gimmicky stuff, and then where for you too. I just can we please get someone to go over the the grammar, because that no no. But yeah, let's get her out. Oh my gosh. Okay. Already being difficult, aren't we? Oh. Okay. Yeah, no, we'll just rip it. That's fine. Yeah, no, because this all makes sense. Hello? It's like, it's not taped. Okay. And we've got our instructions for the resin. Now, I already know how to use it, so this is kind of unimportant, but if it's your first time doing it, please make sure to read through this before you use the resin. And I'll also be doing the resin in this video and giving some little tips here and there like I have in the last video, just so you have some helpful stuff to get started. And let's free her from her T-tie prison. So I know last week I did, oh, well that one just slipped right off, lovely. I know last week I did a little bit of an experimental video just to see, like, if anyone would be interested. It flopped Tina Aguilera. And that's okay. That's okay. If y'all want to come here for unboxings, you know what? That's tea, you know? You come here to see the truth. You come here to see the good, the bad, and the ugly, because you will be seeing the ugly. Oh, God. I mean, y'all have seen some of the dolls I've unboxed. Y'all saw that wonky-ass Spectra. She wasn't ugly. She's just wonky. Which also, do you want to see my restyled Spectra? Look at her. Gorgina. Anyway, I did get a second Spectra. And I was so excited to restyle her. I also got a second Genifier, and I'm in love with her as well. All right, girl, you gotta come out. What are we doing here? Okay, I missed some T-ties somewhere. Oh, there's one on the skirt? Okay, sure. Yeah. I made that a lot harder than it needed to be. So this would have been one of those situations where the real Rainbow High stand would have been helpful. So this line doesn't come with stands, so I've been using these knockoff stands that you get on AliExpress. And all the others have been fine so far up until Bella. And you can see that it's like barely hanging on to her because of what's happening with the skirt here. Because of the thickness of this hard plastic, it's forcing the stand thing backwards, so it doesn't want to stay on. Like, she is barely on there right now. And I think I have a spare Bella one lying around from a Pacific Coast doll. I don't know where that is right now, though. But anyway, she's out of the box. And here's her comb, just real quick. It's just like the others, but in pink. So starting with the hair, like always, she has the classic Bella soft pink which I really do appreciate because I love this shade of pink, and it's just so beautiful. I liked the more saturated route that they went with Winter Wonderland, but this I think is just, it's where Bella shines. So you can see she's got a decent amount of hair. I honestly thought she was kind of going to be a little bald, but she's got these two bang pieces pulled to the side and the front and then covered by these pieces that honestly look a little weird, but they're covered up by her hair, so it doesn't really matter. And it goes down to about the bottom of her skirt, and it's in curls. There's not a ton of product here, which I do appreciate, but there is some significant box head that I think has ruined the curl pattern. So I fear this front part won't be very curled, but this back part will be. It's a little concerning, but it's okay. And then down through her face, which is not as soft and beautiful as the prototype they show on the box, there is a piece of tape on my finger, and I fear it's been here since I finished taking her out of the box. That is so funny. Okay, anyway. Okay, so for her face, she has soft brown eyebrows. Very nice, very simple. They're darker at the outer point, and then they fade as they go in. I like that a lot. She has the classic black eyeliner, and then she's got some pink smoked out a little bit in the crease with some glitter, like right above the eyeliner. And that pink does carry underneath the eye as well. And that's really all there is for eye makeup. Like, it's a very soft, youthful looking eye. And she is blushed with a soft reddish pink, and her lips are ombre, which is really nice. However, my Bella's lips are misprinted, as you can see. I hate when they do these lines, these like defining lines. They are so dark and ugly, and they almost never look good. So I will probably have to remove this lip paint to fix that, and that really bugs me. But it's so bad. Like, why is it? It's literally all the way up there. Like, it's not even remotely in the crease on either side. And then she does have some schmutz on her chin that I think will come off with a good wash. Altogether, a pretty Bella face. Like, Bella has never had, like, super graphic, ultra-modern girl makeup. But she's really pretty. She's very soft. The lips are actually more intense than I was expecting, because they never really give Bella, like, anything intense. Also, now that I'm looking at it, she literally has paint on one of her eye chips. Like, look right there. There's literally paint on her eye chip in there. Okay. I was probably going to remove the under eye eyeliner anyway, so I'll do my best to take that off as well. And her eyes are very purple. Am I crazy, or have her eyes usually been more blue? I just looked at my other Bellas and know I am delusional. They've always been more purple. But she is cute. I do like her. And moving down to her top, so I'll just quickly say she has the new reboot articulation for Rainbow High. So she's got shoulder, elbow, and no wrist, unfortunately. And she does have double jointed knees, but no twist, so they can't do that many poses, unfortunately. See, she slips, like, she's either leaned back or she's slipped off, you know? That's really bugging me. Okay, but for her top, so she has a top very reminiscent of Cheryl's second outfit. Whereas Cheryl had a little sweater, Bella has a t-shirt. It's a pink t-shirt that says Rainbow High, and it's printed in gold foil. And I think this is all one piece. I doubt they would make this a separate piece. Yeah, no, it's all one. See, she keeps coming off. And depending on where it's sewn, you may or may not be able to take this apart and make it two separate pieces. But it looks like there aren't buttons. Yeah. And underneath the pink t-shirt, she has on a sheer white long sleeve button up that's unbuttoned here at the front with these gold buttons. And then the sleeves sort of flare out a little bit and they look really cute. Like, I like this look a lot. She does have a white collar above the pink shirt. I'm so curious, like, how this is sewn together, because it looks like, okay. So to me, it looks like it's just sewn together at the seams here. With not focused. It's just sewn together at the seams here, and then the white collar is sewn onto the t-shirt. Interesting. So if you were a decent sewer, you could probably figure out how to make this two separate pieces. But honestly, I like how this looks how it is, so I probably wouldn't take it apart. And if you've got Cheryl, you've already got this piece anyway. So unless you just really wanted this pink t-shirt separately. But it'd be super easy to remove all this sheer fabric and still have the t-shirt intact. And down to the dreaded plastic piece. So she is wearing a pink skirt that is made out of 2 pieces of plastic. It's basically just a hard shell that clamps onto her, and it comes off like that. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. And it does feel pretty secure on her. Like, it does not feel like it's going anywhere. It's not like Skylar's piece where it kind of felt like it was going to pop open and never stay on. Hers seems pretty on there. It's in a metallic sort of hot pink with molded ribbing here at the top, candy hearts and whipped cream molded into like sort of body of the skirt here. And then this like curtain lacy light pink here at the very bottom with fuchsia bows at each of the legs and then at the top of the skirt. It's interesting. I feel like they should have made it shorter because it's sort of at an awkward length, and with how bulky it looks, it just, I don't know, it doesn't really fit Bella to me. Like, not in the way that it doesn't fit her doll. I mean, like, it just doesn't, I don't see her wearing this. That's the thing. Like, I could see her wearing something similar to this, but a little more high fashion. But this just, I don't know. I don't hate it, though. It's just not quite right. With a few tweaks, I think it would have been a lot better. And then down to her shoes, just like the other Creative Crystals dolls so far, she does have crystalline molding on her shoes. It's really cool. She's wearing what I'm going to call heeled Mary Janes, and they're in a see-through pink that's sort of matching the skirt up here. I really like the texturing all around the shoe. It's so interesting. She's got these little crystalline candies, like wrapped candies on the toe. And then the sole of the shoe is a like hot pink paint. And it seems to have a tread as well, which is, yeah, there's some interesting stuff going on with these shoes. I like them a lot. I think they're super cute. I do feel like she should have had socks, like the sheer white socks like she had with her original doll. I think they would look super cute with these. But with the kind of awkward, or not really awkward, with the longer length of the skirt, I don't know if they would look great. Maybe if it was just like a really short sheer sock with maybe like a lace trim around it to match the skirt, that could be cute. But I do like these shoes. The sculpting is really, really good. I want to see what the bottom of that one looks like. Oh, okay. Well, not as interesting as I thought they were going to be, but it's cool that they aren't just flat. Like, they do have something going on the underneath. I like them. I like them a lot. Oh, I miss being able to twist the leg so I could show you the front and the side at the same time. Oh, girl. You not staying on this stand is going to be the end of me. Please. All right, so now that she's out, let's take a look at her extras. So first up, we've got her silicone molds. So we've got the mold for her ring, which is just a simple teardrop. We've got the mold for her glasses and earrings. For her purse, it looks like a big rolled crystal candy. Very cute. And then the mold for her collar no, that's a bow. Excuse me. Oh, that might be for her headband. And then for her collar pieces. We have the rims for her glasses. They're just in white. They're very flexible. Kind of concerned about that. Her headband base, which is pretty much the same as the previous Creative Crystals dolls we've seen, where it's this just iridescent white. It's very pretty. Her earring holders in gold. They look like wrapped candies. I love that. Rainbow High brand sandpaper, which children should not be sanding resin, but not sure how many times I have to tell MGA that before they actually listen. The front of her purse. Now this is red. It's a pinkish red, mind you, but this is red. Like, girl, that's red. Anyway, it's a crystal wrapped candy that says Rainbow High with a cute little label on the front and then a plastic gold chain. The ring for you. The backing of the bow for the headband. And unfortunately, her collar that did break. Really unfortunate. Like, this plastic is so delicate and they had it so tightly in there that it broke as I was taking it out. I'm going to try to super glue it back together and see if that'll work. Or maybe it'll just stay on her without it. I don't know. I just feel really bad. I hate that I ruined it. Because, like, it's really cute. And I think it'll be cute with the resin pieces in it. Even though it does look kind of thick. Oh, and the resin. I did take it out earlier, but this is the bottle. Again, I'm going to mention that these are terrible packages for resin because they cannot be resealed. So you can see that once you take the... Oh, there's tape. Whoopsie. Anyway, so you can see that this, like, clips on. Okay? Not a tight seal whatsoever. And then this screws on. However, the only thing that's keeping the resin in is this little silver thing. So once you take this off to actually do this gimmick and you put this back on, that's still a big hole where the resin fumes are just seeping out. Terrible packaging. And you're not using all of it in the first round. At least I haven't with any of the other Creative Crystals dolls so far. I don't know. Her purse seems kind of deep, so maybe that'll be different with her. But so far, I have not used even remotely all the resin that they give you. And thankfully, I, as an adult, know that with resin, you can't just let it leak out all over the place. It is a toxic material when it's liquid, so you have to be really careful. So this is just not a toy for kids. And I'm not sure why MGA keeps marketing it as such, because it's kind of dangerous. I mean, there's a reason they had to go through a whole lawsuit, you know? And didn't really seem to learn their lesson. But anyway, now that we're done with sort of the doll part and the unboxing part, I'm going to prep my little area here so that I can actually do the resin. Okay? And I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so I've got my little area prepped. I've got the resin warming. A good tip, especially in the colder parts of the year, when it comes to the resin that's packaged and stuff, you definitely want to let it sit in some hot water for just a little while to get the resin nice and liquidy, because otherwise it could be very thick and very difficult to pour. So just put it in there for a few minutes. You don't want the water boiling. It's just like when you're boil washing doll hair. Like, you don't want it boiling, but you want it under boiling. So it's still really hot. So be careful with that. I've got alcohol here to clean up the resin just in case I make a mess. This is your best way to clean up resin, is alcohol and Q-tips. And then I have toothpicks to just help move the resin around in the molds. Toothpicks are going to be good for getting in like little corners and points to just like make sure the resin gets everywhere and there isn't a crap ton of bubbles in there. And I have a lighter just to get rid of the surface area bubbles. And just like with everything, you want to be very careful with resin. It is a toxic product, so there are definitely risks involved when you're doing it. That's why I say it's not meant for children, but it's not dangerous if you're smart. Like, it's really not hard to be smart using it. Like, it's not hard to not be disastrous with it, you know? Like, just don't be messy. Like, that's really all it boils down to. Just don't be messy, and you'll be totally fine. All right, so our resin should be nice and warmed. And again, be careful when you're touching it because the water was hot. So, ow, like, that is really hot right now. And we're going to remove the little thing. To be honest, I probably should have removed that before I put it in the water. All right, put the nozzle back on. And it should be good to go. So I'm going to start with the biggest one over here because this one seems like the most problem-ish. Oh yeah, that's way nice. So take it slow. I know I was just going very fast. It's because it was coming out faster than I anticipated. But you definitely want to take it slow and just fill these pieces up. And you'll see that it'll start crusting these little bow pieces, or they're not bows, they're wrappers. But just take it slow. Make sure it gets nice and full. You want to make sure everything is good. Okay, so that's full. And now what I'm going to do is take a Q-tip and just go in these little corners and try to get these air bubbles out. And it can be a little bit difficult, a little bit pain in the ass, because you kind of have to go at like all different angles. And you never really know, like, there we go. Okay, so I got that one. Oh, of course. It's very pretty. It's not as pale as I was expecting it to be, though. Because, like, with Bella, I expect everything to be just, like, super pale pastel-y. Making a little bit of a mess on the rim here. Like, you can see it definitely went over. But that's okay. Again, just Be smart about what you're doing, and you'll be fine. I'm going to finish getting out these bubbles, and I will be right back. All right, so what I'm going to do for this, like, little bit of resin that's just left extra, I'm going to rub it off over here so that I'm not still making, like, a huge mess. And I'm just going to, like, scrape all this extra back into the mold. Because when you cure it, wherever that resin is, it's going to harden. So you'll have some, like, crazy weird edges if you do all that. Also, if you want to, you can take a Q-tip, soak it in some alcohol, and just, like, clean it up a little bit more. Like, it will be fine. Those little pieces will probably just break off without you having to do too much work. So it'll be fine. But it's up to your preference. And while our resin is still warm, let's go ahead and fill all these other molds. These are using a lot more resin than I was thinking they would. Ooh, these are going to be a little difficult. There's like itty bitty openings for the earrings. All the important stuff anyway. And then I'll do the ring. And I do have some on the nozzle. You definitely also want to clean off the nozzle. Sorry, I know this isn't like the craziest, most interesting thing, but I know resin is not really an intuitive thing, and it's not something that I suggest going into blindly. Like, you're not gonna die, but you could definitely have some problems, you know? So the ring seems fine, and I don't really care about that one anyway. But with everything else, I'm gonna again use my toothpick and just go in and make sure there aren't any big bubbles. Because with all these little cracks and crevices that you're working with, it's very easy for there to be bubbling. So just get in there with that toothpick. I feel like these are going to be a very pleasing pink when they're hardened. So I got all the bubbles out that I think I can get. Now I'm going to take the lighter and just quickly go over the surface and remove any significant bubbles that are happening at the top. This is not going to fix any like submerged bubbles or anything like trapped in a crevice. It's just going to handle the top. I also read that you can like spray alcohol on it and it'll do the same thing. I'm not doing all that. But here we have it. So I'm going to go take this out in the sun. You're supposed to let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes on each side. So let it cure like this for 5 to 10 minutes and then flip them over and cure them for another 5 to 10 minutes. I'm definitely going to do a little bit longer for this bigger piece here. So I'm going to go do that and I will be back. Okay, so they were hardened for 15 minutes on each side. And now I'm going to take them out. So some of the molds are nice and helpful. They have like spots where like you're supposed to pull one and one. So like this. And then 2 and 3. Okay. Nice. Everything is set really wonderfully. It's like oh, never mind. I thought that was an air bubble. Lovely. Lovely. Okay. And you can see there is some left on the mold, but that'll come off super easily later. Let's attach it to the purse. Let's hope it works. Love! Okay, it fits perfectly. Oh my goodness. That is so cute. You know what? I actually kind of like the back more than I like the front. Like, this shiny crystalline surface. Huh. That's cute. Actually, let's do this part next. Nice. All came out very easily. Now let's see if they'll apply that easily. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh shit, I can't hold them without like dropping them. My fingers are too big. They say Parker on them. That is so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh, I definitely put way too much resin in there. Like way too much. Because these are not going to go in there. Yeah. I will probably have to redo those at some point in the future because those are not going to fit whatsoever. Okay, well, that's okay. Just a silly little mistake that can be rectified rather easily. And there's still more resin in this bottle. I will say I used a lot more with Bella than I did for any of the other characters so far. There's not much left in here, but I think there will be just enough to make these little hearts. the ring. Wear for you, too. You gonna go in there, girl? Okay, perfect. Let's clip in the headband bow. Oh, lovely. Okay, that one fits wonderfully, too. Wow. With the exception of the collar, which kind of just seems like it doesn't want to be made whatsoever, everything's going very smoothly so far. That fits in nicely. So we've just got the glasses and the earrings left. And the glasses are separate lenses from each other, so you will need to be aware of that. Ugh. So cute. These are very, she's a very, like, Valentine's Day doll. Because there's so much, like, heart. Because there's so many, like, heart motifs. Okay, so that's not fitting perfectly, but it's fitting really well. There seems to be less margin of error for Bella because they do give you a ton of resin, but you use a lot of it. So if you mess up, you are kind of SOL. If you get them too wrong, like if you got one of these bigger pieces wrong, you'd be up a creek. But that's gorge. Okay, cute. Like, see, it's up in these corners where it's just like not really fitting, and I think that's because this mold, like these rims being such soft plastic, they just don't want to like latch on. But it's not bad. You could also glue them to the rims if you really wanted to. All right, and finally these earrings. Now, the earrings, I also fear I put too much resin in. But we shall see. I may end up having to glue these in as well. Oh, no. They fit nicely. Oh, those are cute. Little pink wrapped candies. Oh my goodness. I was right. I really love this pink that came out. I'm kind of living. Okay, well, that's all the resin stuff with the exception of the collar. So I'm going to clean up my little area. We're going to get everything on Bella, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got all her accessories on her, and I did find my extra Bella stand, and I'm right. It is working better than the off-brand stand. She still will pop off from it from time to time, so just something to know. But with her accessories, honestly, they're all very cute. I do think the headband is a little bulky. Like, the bow is cute, but like this is really sending me. Like, it just looks weird. And I don't think there's a way to really fix that just because it's so bulky. So I would suggest maybe attaching a sewing pin to this piece. If you don't like the headband, just attaching a sewing band here and just put it straight into her head. That'll probably look better. The purse is really cute. I will say I do like it more this way, so I might keep it that way. The collar is cute even without the resin pieces. The earrings are cute, and the glasses are cute, although they are super bulky. So if you don't like them, totally valid. But yeah, I'd say everything was mostly a success. Like, she looks really cute, and after some TLC, I think she'll look a lot better. I hate that I don't like these glasses as much because I want to. I think they'll probably end up being a head accessory. Like, oh, okay, well, not like that since it's gonna pull all the hair off. But like something like this. No, they kind of look insane like that too. They're just so bulky. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I do like her. So like her other creative crystal companions, she retails for $25. Do I think that's a reasonable price? Yes, but only because I know how expensive resin is. So I understand how they like cut costs from other areas to make sure the resin was involved and had enough of it. Now, mind you, I don't want this gimmick again. I don't want to I don't want to see resin in kids' toys ever again. I know that's not realistic, but like I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see plastic pieces on these dolls again. It just like the corset pieces that come with Violet and Skylar, I think are acceptable because they are what they are. A whole, like, piece of clothing being plastic and not being able to be replaced or not included. Like, if you just take this off, she's just wearing her underwear. And that's, like, not cute. So, not a big fan of that. But overall, I do like her. I want to see the stands back, Rainbow High. Don't make this a norm. But yeah, let me know down below what you think of her. Do you like her? Do you plan on getting her? Are you angry about the plastic skirt? It's totally fair if you are. Let me know. Please like, comment, subscribe. Do all the YouTube things or do none of them. Just happy you're interacting with my content whatsoever. But if you do, it'll help out my channel and I'll be in love with you. And we can go eat some crystal candies. Like, look at how delicious that looks. That looks scrumptious. Do y'all remember those people who ate Tide Pods? Never mind. Please, I put out new videos every single Monday, so I'll see you in the next one, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.